Benny and John out for the toss for the Rockingham Vipers. Welcome to West Bowl 23. As you can see, the coin toss is about to happen.
Well, the Vipers have won the toss.
I can tell you what they're going to decide. Ben always likes to take the ball.
Absolutely, every quarterback does. Yeah, there it is. Benny Gastroff, I want the ball.
As the captains return to the sideline, we're about to get underway in West Bowl 23. Kev Wilson here, also J.R. Rogers, will be taking you through today's proceedings between the Rockingham Vipers and the Swan City Titans.
The Vipers are going for fourth title in a row.
And also an opportunity for an undefeated season as well.
Yeah. Certainly been the team to beat all year. The Titans won best store of the year, rookie team, and getting to the final.
Swan City succeeded with a physical brand of football last week, and that's what they've been doing most of the season, so trying to win in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely.
The one team they have trouble doing that against to date has been the Rockingham Vipers, so first quarter will be quite interesting to see how we go with the physicality in the trenches. Vipers, as per usual, sending three returners deep.
We've got Brant, Vince, and Siobhan. Interested to see how the Titans approach today, whether they try and play that hard brand of football or come out with a little bit of razzle-dazzle.
And the refs are giving the all clear for the kickoff.
Oh, bit of a squib kick. So takes it about the 14-yard line.
Clean pickup here, Brand Honda on the block.
He's back to the 30, hasn't got many blockers in front. Break to the outside, no. Oh, great tackle there. Number 20, Ben Detmer. So the Vipers will start at about the 27.
Interestingly, it looked like Vinny and Brant tried to block to the right, and Siobhan just went, no, I'm still going around that and trying to put the burners on. Out comes Ben Gastroff, and as you can see, that huge unit on the offensive line in front of him.
Once you make the play quarterback again, JR, hey? With an O-line in front of you like that?
Mate, not at 5'7", I wouldn't be able to see anything over that. 4 wideouts for the Vipers. Running back to the right.
Drops back. Oh.
Little hook pass to Brand Honda.
Brand Honda.
Doesn't often let those hit the grass.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brand Honda and Boyan Vucic flanking to the right.
Run up the middle. Well, nothing there. And
we do have
flag
laundry.
On the play. Yep.
Normally when it's around that area, unless it's something in the tackle, it's pretty much bad news for the offense.
Oh, signaling the other way. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard, automatic first.
Martin Muck with the white hat and the clear signals.
Obviously that big Titans defensive line there just slipped the hand up onto the face mask of Vinny in the backfield.
Hey, way to go, Hollywood. We got comments from all over the country coming in through our Facebook stream.
Shouldn't Hollywood be in bed by now? Surely it's past his bedtime.
Vertical route to the outside of Brand Honda, and
Great
again,
coverage by Damien Long.
a little bit underthrown, and we have incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Rockingham Vipers. So far, we've had 2 drop-back passes, 2 balls to Brand Honda. They haven't moved him around much yet. At the moment, it seems to be Brand Honda and Boyan Vucic on the right, and Siobhan's out on the left. And we've got the same again. Wing pass to Boyan Vucic.
Oh, a little bit of nerves here from the Vipers so far.
Tell you what, though, Rockingham's not afraid of 3rd and 10.
Oh, definitely not.
One team in the league that when you get behind the chains, it doesn't really mean much because they'll be happy to go vertical and let the big meat in front block for Benny G. So far, Gastrov and the Rockingham Vipers working this right-hand side in the pass game. Not so much success so far. Drop back pass again.
Left this time, and it's going deep. Oh, a little bit overthrown. One got a little bit jammed up there.
Pretty safe to Lecky Oana Tapu getting over the top there as well. He's got some range on him.
It looks like the punt unit's coming out.
And look, it looks like they had the matchups there. Just the execution on actually
absolutely.
hauling in the balls was what fell short there. I wouldn't see too much frustration on the sideline from the Vipers in between drives. Not often we see this, a punt from Rockingham on their first drive of the game.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful high kick.
Oh.
Takes a Swan City Titans bounce and will settle down at about the 35-yard line.
So, out come the Swan City Titans offense, led by Ty Henry. Certainly been a double threat quarterback all year, with certainly connecting in the air, but also being able to carry it on the ground.
For those of you unfamiliar with the Swan City Titans and their brand of football, Ty Henry's pretty much the short Cam Newton of Gridiron West.
I heard his fashion sense isn't as good either.
Yeah, hat game is not on point
no.
in comparison.
We've got Ryan Ottens in the backfield, so a few of the other states will certainly know Ryan. He's played in 4 states this year and played in 3 championship games.
Ty Henry will be doing a lot of audibles at the line of scrimmage, so they'll be checking off plays depending on what they see. Has been the case most of the year. Drop back pass. Scrambling to the right.
Oh, he's got an open receiver. And completion for about 5-6 yards.
Did look for going for a vertical post on the left-hand side initially before he was flushed out of the pocket to the right and found a dump-off option.
Believe it or not, that's the first completion of the game.
Here we go again. 2 backs, 3 wide receivers. Bit of a wing back there, as you can see on the left for the Titans. Ryan Ottens on the right of Ty Henry.
Hand off to Ottens. No, back, kept it himself. Gets about 2 before he's brought down by Quentin Cameron.
Third and short upcoming. Everything's open in the playbook at the moment. You thought the Rockingham Vipers O-line was big. The D-line's not much smaller, mate. Again, we've got 2 receivers on the left. 2 men in the backfield for the Swan City Titans.
Going blitz. Oh, drop back. Oh, batted
Ball
down.
is batted in the air. Whoop. And bounces around like a pinball. Incomplete pass. We've got Laundry on the field. Just waiting for Martin Muck and his crew to diagnose what's going on here. Defensive holding.
It'll be an automatic first down.
So far, both first
teams
downs
got
in
the
the
first
game.
down,
First down through penalties. Looks like the Titans going 4 wide this time by the looks of it. They're still setting up, but it seems to be what they're doing early here.
Yeah, it looks like Tristan Bettridge has gone off the field. That's the H-back, so definitely gone with a 4 receiver set.
Number 15, Jake Taylor's normally been the go-to receiver for Ty Henry throughout the year.
He's one of the league's best receivers this year, for sure.
Looking to the left. Ryan Ottens on the
Flushed
swing
out.
into the flat.
I think we might have some holding in the backfield there. Ryan Ottens breaks a tackle, and I think we might be coming back on that one.
Ryan Ottens is a big man. You can't bring him down if you leave your feet. Even if you go low on him, you've got to keep your feet.
Johnny Leilua there might have been illegally held back from making the sack.
Hello, John Rowe. This is pretty much typical football. So what we're seeing at the moment is a lot of 10 personnel or 4 wide receivers for the Rockingham Vipers spreading the ball around. And the Swan City Titans like to go a lot of 2-back, probably the most 2-back out of everyone in the league, I'd say. So this is normally bread and butter football for both teams. You will see the Titans move Ty Henry around quite a lot, or him just choose to ad-lib on regular occasion.
Yeah, he certainly has the ability to make something out of nothing on a broken play, that's for sure.
Looks like a 5-man rush here from the Vipers, but they drop one into the left flat. And he's ready there for when Ty scrambles to the left.
Deep. Oh! So knocked down there right at the last minute by Brand Honda.
Look, he's a short man. You think he can get the ball over the top, but he just got enough air under that to get a hand on it. Brand Honda was actually the AGL tournament MVP in 2012 when the WA Raiders won a national championship. Can play offense and defense, and you have seen him being targeted for the Rockingham Vipers offense. One tournament MVP when he wasn't even 18 at the time, so not bad to put on that show with the senior football.
In fact, you've got Brand Honda and Vince both playing, looks like both ways at this stage.
Yeah, and Boyan Vucic sometimes makes a... So you'll see a lot of the secondary players also making an appearance on the Vipers offense. Again, 2 men down in the center, 3 on the edge.
Looks like we're going for the option. Oh, he's kept... Oh, he's tried to get that out.
I think there was early whistles. Early whistles there. They might try... Normally when there's early whistles like that, I think you'll have the ref say he was down before he fumbled.
I think that's what he was calling. Interesting call.
Look, brings up what I like to call 3rd and Guatemala for the Swan City Titans here. And you know that means that the defense will be bringing the rush when it's 3rd and 20-something at the moment. Ryan Ottens coming off the field. Probably just getting some water in before he has to come back out and smack around on defense as well. So quite a few 2-way players here for both teams in the West Bowl.
Yeah, especially considering the size of the squads. But obviously you've got to get your best guys out there on both sides of the ball.
James Nanai with the high coach Kev.
Hey James, how are you, big man? I think he's away working, so...
Drop back pass.
Oh, a little screen. So we've got Lyman in front of him. Ooh.
Breaks one tackle, but still brought down well short of the first down, so it brings up 4th and about 15. Looks like Brand Honda's already making his way deep to return a punt. And we are up, and Siobhan looks like they do actually normally send back 2 returners.
2 returners, yeah, one either side, yeah.
Because otherwise teams try kick away from Brand Honda.
Oh, in fact, Brent's coming up and press.
Titans always, at the moment, put 3 receivers on the right when they punt. So, out of respect for that formation, Brant's had to come up. And only 1 return to deep. Siobhan settling
nice
under
deep
it.
punt, but it's probably going to go into the... Oh, he's taken it.
He's choosing to run it out. Doesn't have much blockers in front of him. Does get speed to the edge. Picks up a blocker now.
Well...
Out at the 16, but there is a flag down.
Flag.
It'll either be on the blocker or it'll be a late hit. Now, I'm guessing because it came from the backfield that it's probably not a late hit. The 2 sideline officials that are standing over the ball at the moment aren't the ones really having much to say.
You'd have to be thinking probably blocking the back, or...
I think Vipers know they're going back. Already huddling up in their own goal line.
Onside, probably should have let that punt go dead. Taken it on the 20. Wait for Mark's call. Yep. That'll be half distance. So they're starting at about the 8 yard line they've marked it on.
4 receivers again. Bit of a mix-up though. Siobhan and Boyan Vucic on the right, and Brant Honda's now moved out to the left.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're trying to get Brant on that ISO against the right cornerback there.
Well, it is the wide side of the field at the moment, and the free safety's into the boundary. Although he's immediately bailing over Brant Honda.
Oh, he went for Boyan on the out route.
No flag on that hit there, so even though Ben Gastrov went down after the pass, it will be 2nd down and 10. So definitely a focus on Brant Honda and Boyan Vucic whenever we're going to the air game at the moment. Not too much action coming towards Siobhan and Torren Honda on the right. Again, Brant Honda and Torren Honda into the wide side of the field on the left. Then Gastrov again, back to pass. Again,
yes,
looking left.
Torren, and he is open. Yes, there it is.
And he's made a man miss after the catch.
Make a miss. Here he goes. Ben Detmer on the miss. Oh, we do have a flag, though. We have some linen.
Now, that's down early and very far away from the play.
A long way away from the play.
My initial inkling would be that might be against the defense. We will wait, though. At least it will be a 1st down, regardless, with a big chunk of yardage, no matter which way that flag goes. And Mark Muck's waving it off.
In fact, he's waving it off, so maybe it's just slipped out of his pocket. In fact, I think that might be the case.
Look, sometimes when the rest of this athletic, the laundry can fly out with that speed down the sideline.
Well, they're pretty heavy, with the weight down in there.
The Vipers with a 1st down all the way in the red zone at about the 20-yard line.
So we knew it was coming. I mean, they'd gone that way every time, and matter of getting Brant open.
So now, all you got to do when they break the huddle is go, where are Brant Honda and Boyan Vucic? All right, this time they're both in the slot.
Well, no, Brant's off there, so you got Torren and Boyan. Brant's actually having a breather after that run.
Time out by the Swan City Titans. Look at that water boy, Nate Lansdell, former Australian outback player. Bit of a luxury to have as a water boy.
More used to seeing him in the running back slot.
And look, not a bad water boy for the Swan City Titans either. You might see Brad Bennett.
Oh, yes.
Former Australian outback captain.
Legend. That's right, yeah.
Not sure about his hat choice, if you can see it. Looking a bit like a very tall Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. But you thought the teams were full of superstars.
So there's some pretty quality H2O deliverers there, JR.
Yeah, look, Bobby Boucher is not the only amazing water boy out here when you got Brad Bennett and Nate Lansdell running into the huddle. Yes, we do have comments on the live stream saying that Nate Lansdell is not only an amazing running back, but also good at playing a bit of a tune.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Halftime show might have to be a battle of the water boys. I'd pay to see that.
Oh, dump off to Vince. Good for a couple. In fact, more than a couple. We've got about 6 on that. So.
Look, Vince is always one that tries to set you up inside and then get a bit outside.
Absolutely, yeah. No.
They still fall for the inside fake every time, though.
Yeah. Likes to try and break a few ankles.
Second and about 3 here for the Rockingham Vipers upcoming. How are we doing on Brant Honda watch? Is he back on the field yet? Yes, he is. We'll be out to the right with Boyan Vucic. Javon and Torren Honda to the left. Vin in the backfield. A bit of a draw.
Oh.
And he's got a gap to the left, B gap.
Oh.
Looks like it's good for the first down here. It'll be first and goal upcoming for the Rockingham Vipers.
Leki Aono Tupu coming up with the tackle there from free safety. Couldn't stop the first down.
Look, I'll tell you now, not only the Water Boys full of all-stars at the moment, but the comment section of our live stream on Facebook coming up with some who's who of Australian gridiron. We got Moondog, we got Hollywood John Rowe, Herbs has popped up in there, so everybody's trying to get a bit of the West Bowl. Pitch out to Vinny on the left.
Oh, he's broken tackle, but it's just enough to bring him down. So. Bring up second and goal. From about the 4, it looks like, from here. Maybe the 5.
Going towards the apartment building end of Dorrien Gardens here.
Certainly a good vantage spot to watch the football from. A few out there on the balconies.
Drop back pass.
Certainly got some time over the middle.
Looking for
Broken
Siobhan
up
on a
there.
drag. Titans did get hands on it.
By Leki Aono Tupu again.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a mix-up back to the run here. That Swan City Titans defensive line hasn't got a lot of rotation in yet, and you would think with the time of possession going in the Vipers' favour at the moment.
Yeah. In a grinding series this
Low
week.
snap. Ben Gashrov gets
It's
it.
gone wide open in the end zone. Definitely a coverage mishap there. Like Damien Long got caught out there at corner.
And Brand Honda, no celebration or anything,
no,
just comes back to the sideline. I expected to do that.
Next.
Just feed me.
So 2 completions, both to Brand Honda, and second one for a touchdown.
Now, I'm guessing if Brand Honda and Boyan Vucic came immediately out, that we got the big dogs for the extra point.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
I'd expect to see a
Here
heavy
we
backfield
go.
here.
Big Lanu in the backfield. Well, who that is behind him?
And they're saying he was short, so the score will be 6-0 to the Rockingham Vipers here in the first quarter of West Bowl 23.
So the Vipers first to score. What many people thought would be a one-sided affair today, but certainly the Titans have equipped them so far.
So we've got some people in our live chat saying they have flashbacks when they see Brand Honda getting the ball in space.
Yeah, so the AGL kicks off very soon with 5 teams this year, with Victoria back in the fold. So certainly the number of states already in preparation, and Gridiron West will be getting into it pretty quickly. Another deep kick. In fact, he's let it bounce. Not going to go into the end zone though. One of them needs to pick that up.
Here we go.
Oh, in fact, they have deemed it to be in the end zone. So they'll touchback.
The Swan City Titans will start their second drive from their own 20-yard line.
Almost looked like that one was going to die on the 1 yard line there, but it's eventually limped into the end zone for a touchback.
We do have laundry down at the original kickoff line.
Offside, I think. Yeah, I did notice there's a few eager Vipers.
So I'm waiting to see if the refs are going to do anything about this, or if this was just athleticism resulting in a flag being down on the sideline. It doesn't look like anyone's aware that there is laundry on the field at the moment.
It looks like they're going to re-kick.
I would say so. If the Vipers broke, I would be telling them to kick again, especially after that last one. It was a staggered run-up by the kicker, and he went to go immediately after the ref's whistle, and it looked like all his pursuers were a bit muffed by what was going on with his action, and we did have someone break.
I think 85 there, Jake Vidangeli, junior star, playing up in the senior star. I think he might have just been a little bit eager and got across the line a little bit early.
Still in the first quarter here of the West Bowl 23. For those of you who have just joined us, Ben Gastrov found Brant Honda for the only score of the day so far. Brant Honda with about, 80 yards of offense on the drive?
Yes, absolutely. Pretty much all of it. Yeah, we weren't far off breaking again there, so very keen.
Here we go. It looks like we should cross the 20 this occasion.
Oh, good run. Oh, and we've got more linen. Certainly...
all right, so
we're getting a few flags on. In fact, it's holding on the return team, so it'll come back.
Waiting on Martin Muck to signal what we've already seen in proceedings here. Holding on the Swan City Titans. It looks like they will actually, by the time the penalties marched off, start back at the 20 anyway.
Yeah, probably could have just put on the 20 and started again 5 minutes ago.
For those of you on the East Coast, it's evening time, but for us, we've still got the beautiful sunset over Dorrien Gardens here. You'll see the shadows start to creep in towards the Dan Murphy's end of Dorrien Gardens. Four wide receivers for Ty Henry. Looking to make some checks at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Otten starting the drive on the sideline after having a long defensive drive.
Screen pass there to the slot, 87.
Nice for the Swan City Titans to give us the team list that only goes up to 78. So you'll be waiting on a name for that, gentleman. Short run. Looks like we'll have third and about medium to come. I wouldn't say it's overly hot here, Coach Hollywood. It's a good day for football. Let's just say that. All right, we've been handed some more numbers for the Swan City Titans, so now our list goes to 82.
So we're getting there.
Still missing 87.
Maybe the printer would run out of ink.
Trips to the left. Four wide receivers, three on the left.
Jake Taylor in the middle of that group, so that'll be interesting. As you said, a very popular target. In fact, he is going deep.
Ty Henry's had to scramble to the right, though. Brant Honda in coverage, and the ball's underthrown as Ty didn't really get a chance to set his feet there. It's a deep ball to try throw that corner out there when you don't have your feet set.
That brings up 4th and 7. Ryan Otten's back to punt. And not only playing O&D, but also special team as well. In fact, we've got a timeout here by the Vipers. I think they had too many men on the field, and Coach Honda spotted that and tried to burn a timeout rather than risk the penalty.
Wonder if I don't think the punt's going to be landing near the end zone this time. So it should be a wiser decision for Siobhan to return if the ball remains in bounds. We mentioned the AGL earlier in the coverage, but this year's also a chance for the Waggle to go ahead as well. So whenever there's a men's tournament, there's also a women's tournament at the moment. And the man sitting to my left, Kev Wilson, is our inaugural women's WA Raiders head coach. So best of luck to him and the girls as they host the tournament, I believe, here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it'll be the first tournament style for the women. The AGL the last couple of years has been fly in, fly out. In New South Wales and Queensland. So again, 5 teams. So really looking forward to hosting it here in Perth.
Again, the punt's got trips to the right. Ball's also kicked that way.
In fact, it's taken a bounce inside. Boys, and we're getting away from that one. There we go. And the Vipers will take over on their own 35.
It looks like they're saying it's quarter time at the same time, by the looks of it, as the Vipers are starting to head towards the apartment end of the field, even though the kick went towards the Dan Murphy's end of Dorrien Gardens.
We'll set the ball and then we'll swing it around. And yep, Mark has signalled quarter time. Down the other end of the field, to the apartment end of the field, as JR has named it. Not a bad crowd here today either, JR. So
no, this
certainly heading up towards 1,000, I'd say.
This is our 3rd final series here at Dorrien Gardens, and interesting statistic: the Rockingham Vipers are yet to be defeated at Dorrien Gardens.
Well, let's be honest, they don't lose too many places, so certainly over the last 4 or 5 years, that's...
Trips to the right. Swing to the right as well.
For Vince Felicino.
Nice,
he's got some space, he's cut through.
Great cut block by Brant Honda.
He's going all the way.
Look,
and there we go.
Brant Honda scored the first touchdown, but he may have made the block that sprung that. An immediate cut block on the edge to get to spring Vinny into the flat.
Looks like Corin might have got hold of his man out there as well. So
it's easy to make a cut block when you're only 4 foot tall.
Well, that's probably a standard block, really. So low. But great run there by Vince Felicino.
Looks like several of the Vipers players are busting out celebrations from the video game Fortnite after that touchdown. I think we saw Ride the Pony and Flossin. Trips to the left on this occasion for the 2-point conversion. Siobhan, the lone receiver on the right. Grant Honda again at number 3, the inside man in the trips there.
Straight to the outside and Strand again, corner out. Oh, a little bit overthrown there by Benny G.
Bit too much hot sauce on that one.
Certainly open again, so certainly some missed coverage there. A little bit of extracurricular activity happening there after the attempt, but anyway, the big boys are heading back to the sideline now, happy.
2 plays the Rockingham Vipers go into trips, and 2 plays where it looks like they got wide open opportunities. So it looks like there's some adjustments for the Swan City Titans to make on defense as we kickstart the second quarter with a score. Rockingham Vipers now up 12-0. Let's see if we can get a kickoff without laundry here. Nice high kick.
Lovely. Hang time. Taken on the 5-yard line.
Doesn't look like there's much in the way of blocking
15,
here.
And in fact, he's taken down at about the 17-yard line.
Looks like every Swan City Titan choosing to make a second level block instead of a first level block on the return there.
Yeah, it's no good blocking downfield if you haven't got the first man. Number 56 there for the Vipers. Name on the sheet. Certainly got down, made a tackle. And that big D line comes out again.
As you can see, the shadows are starting to creep into this corner of the field. Grant Honda's catching some shade out at left cornerback at the moment. Four receivers again for the Swan City Titans.
Eli Lure out at end.
Ryan Ottens has returned to the backfield
James
next to Ty
Pritchett on
Henry.
the other side.
Swing to the right.
Oh, incomplete. Probably might have been in a bit of a world of hurt if he caught that one anyway. Johnny Leilua certainly had a beat on him.
Probably the only man on the field bigger than Ryan Ottens.
That brings up 2nd and 10. Four set again. Especially the Vipers aren't covering 87 in the slot there.
The Vipers like to go with a too high
They
look
do,
and,
yeah.
and really rally on down to the ball.
In fact, we've got a fumble, and it's a recovery. This could be a Vipers ball. In fact, it's signalling Vipers ball. Looks like James Pritchett might have come up with that one.
And Ty Henry doesn't look like he's feeling too good after that whack. He's got a bit of a limp going on to the sideline as some of the Swan City Titans rally around him. Not the first time we've seen Ty Henry get a bit banged up on game day.
I think he's had a bit of trouble with that knee all year, actually. Certainly toughed it out the whole season. Expect to see him back.
First and goal opportunity for the Rockingham Vipers here as they take over. Again, we've got trips. We've got the two Honda brothers with Boyan Bucic in the middle.
Grant on that inside again, so this could be the player who goes outside again. In fact, yes, it is. There he is. He's going to the corner. This time, oh!
A hands on 20 from 22 while the ball's in the air, but there's no laundry. Coaches are saying, the referee signaling uncatchable.
Uncatchable. It was probably out of the back of the end zone. That's
does it right in Brandt's face like he was taunting him almost. That was uncatchable, mate.
That's Stefan Mayolo, your junior player. Played with the Junior Blitz last year. Stefan's 17, so stepping up for the Titans this year at cornerback.
Well, he doesn't have an option there. The Swan City Titans didn't
Absolutely,
field a junior
yes,
program
yes.
this year. So
they've got a number of junior players actually playing in their senior team, which certainly bodes well for next season when they try and put a junior team on the field. So.
Ben Gastrov under center for the first time this game and just strolls into the end zone.
Made that look way too easy.
When you see Ben get under center, you got to be worried about that sneak. And you thought the O-line was big. The quarterback's not much smaller, mate. That's a load to bring down.
Two-point conversion. Will they go back to the trip play again?
Ty Henry's still got a limp going on the sideline for those of you who can't see it at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see whether he starts the next drive on the field. I assume so. But we'll wait and see.
Well, will we see Ryan Ottens come out in the Wildcat? Oh, in fact, this time they're going to Boyan. Simple out route with Brandon coming in on the, looked like a short post there. Oh, that should take the score to 20-0. First two-point conversion of the game.
Second quarter hasn't been a friendly quarter to the Swan City Titans so far. As soon as we've flipped ends, we've had two immediate scores by the Rockingham Vipers.
Vipers certainly prefer heading towards the Dan Murphy end.
That's not surprising for anyone from Rockingham. Thanks for setting that one up, Kev.
I'll throw him up, mate. You hit him out of the park. Oh, another nice deep kick. Taken at the 6-yard line. Back to the 20 this time. He's got a little bit more blocking in front. Breaks a tackle. and gets to the 31. Probably need.
Here we go. Swan City Titans coming out on the field to take over again, trailing 20-0. Ty Henry still in the huddle, still looking a little bit ginger.
And under centre, so that's interesting. Lead play there. Tristan Bettridge on the lead block. Like it got broken up. 29, Luke Turner on the carry. Loss of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Still waiting to see the first drop back pass after that hit for Ty Henry. Back in the shotgun.
Bettridge in the H-back spot again. Another lead. Ooh. In a world of hurt there.
You have to wonder if the play calling is affected by the injury to Ty Henry at the moment. Already down 3 scores and letting the clock tick away in the second quarter here.
So that brings up third and about 15. Shotgun formation again.
H back in the backfield for extra protection, so we've only got 3 receivers at the moment.
Got the big tight end actually out of here at the right-hand side and receiver slot.
Jay Taylor isolated on the left. Looks like a screen
again. This time all blown up by...
Not fooled at all.
Johnny Leilua.
Running back almost disappeared under that tackle, mate.
And the punt unit comes out.
That hobble to the sideline looks to be getting considerable at the moment.
Certainly a big loss for the Titans. I can't take further part in this game, or even if he's hindered by his injury.
Yeah, just out of view of the camera, but definitely seems to be ginger still. Again, 3 receivers to the right as we punt, and the kick goes to the right as well. End over end.
The squib punt there. Oh, actually picked up. Oh, probably.
Look.
Second thoughts after that.
I like a player that backs himself, and Siobhan's definitely backed himself today. Yeah. Results have been patchy, but the guy's backed himself on 2 occasions now in special teams. Vipers taking over right near midfield at the moment. Again, heading towards the Dan Murphy's end of Dorrien Gardens. If you're listening, we're open to sponsorship ideas as well for the commentators here. Vipers still looking to go with that trips look that's been successful on the last 2 drives. So again, we've got 3 receivers to Ben Gastrov's right.
Interestingly, Siobhan's on the ISO, yes.
Oh, Siobhan with the spin move.
Oh,
and a juke. One. And again.
Oh, there we go.
Out of bounds.
So just a simple hook play, but got a few yards after carry there, and will be a first down on the 38. Back to 30, like they're setting it up on the 37.
We've had a question if Ty Henry, number 2 for the Swan City Titans, isn't able to return to the field. They normally go to Tim Cant. But Tim Cant, number 4, would be the backup option. He has seen limited action this season.
Drop back pass again. Oh,
Brand Honda. He's got a step.
Open and he's in. So the trend continues here in the second quarter. Gastrov to Honda again. Takes the Vipers to 26 zip with a point after to come.
Dan Murphy's end, again, proving to be the Vipers' favourite end of the field. Vince, Brand Honda, and Boyan Vucic all leave the field, so you know what that means. The big dogs are coming out to eat for the 2-point conversion.
In fact, we've got a wishbone. There you go. Double tight wishbone. No, this time Benny G.
Wait!
Ooh.
Oh, look at that throw by Martin Muck.
He almost had a spiral on that.
That flag toss was better executed than the play we just saw. Let's wait to see what we get here.
I'm assuming that's going to be on the offense. Yep. So we have to expect the Titans to decline that. So that'll leave the score at 26-zip. We head towards half time.
I think at this point in the game, Brand Honda's got an early lead on Gridiron West Bowl MVP. Two touchdowns and
be in the running, that's for sure.
And sprung a block for Vince to get to his touchdown as well.
Another nice deep kickoff. Be taken. Oh, in fact, he's going to let it bounce. He's taking on the 4 this time.
Taylor with the run up the guts.
Oh, in fact, I think we might have a face mask there.
Unnecessary good tackle, I think is what the referee just called. We're still playing football here, Mr. Muck. Ty Henry with a little bit of a gimp up to the line. 4 receivers.
Back. A little bit more time. A little bit more protection that time. Had a little bit more time to throw the ball.
Yes, sir. Johnson on the coverage there. Taylor out to the right. By Henry under center. Drop back pass again. Into the left flat again. Not much of a run after the catch opportunity as the Vipers secondary swarms in.
Bring up a 3rd and 6. Titans try to put an offensive series together here.
Definitely a more favourable 3rd down situation than we saw from the Titans on the previous drive. 4 receivers again. Bunched up quite tightly to the formation. There's a lot of real estate to the outside. But Brand Honda's sitting out there outside the hashes. Ty Henry trying to scramble. Way! And speak of the devil, Brand Honda with the hit, and the ball pops up into the air.
Break that one up.
Ty's favourite target, Taylor on the target there. Bring up 4th down.
But it looks like they might be going for it.
Yeah, look, depending on the time left in the half and the scoreboard situation.
Having a conversation there with head coach Blake Rosello.
And Ty does come to the sideline.
Might have decided to change punts.
Right, Knowlton's is a punter, so don't be surprised if he just pulls it and says, yeah, I'm going to have a crack at it. But we will wait and see. Kick has some pressure on it. Devon's under it. We know he's going to try return it. There's the dancing shoes again with a spin.
Oh.
And again. And the initial missed tackle comes in and still gets it. So a bit of dancing, but not much yards there for Siobhan. Matt James, just so you know, Chris Martin got called for illegal hands to the face more than he did for holding, mate. So Vipers take over again. Now, since the swing pass to Vince, who got their second touchdown with the sprung block from Brand Honda, the Vipers have exclusively gone with a trips formation, whether they flank it to the left or right.
Oh, what have we got?
Delay game, I'm guessing.
Game?
Did take a while to figure out what was going on there. It looked like an empty look, so we still had trips to the right, but we had twins to the left. With Vince playing like a wingback on the left.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering whether they maybe didn't have the right personnel out there and a little bit of confusion. Back here they come, empty backfield again. Yep. Vince set out at the, almost like a wingback, I suppose. Bunch formation.
Motion to Siobhan.
Jet sweep. Gets to the outside.
Honda Brothers, underrated blockers, especially with Boyan Vucic as well. All three of them made key blocks to get.
Fantastic blockers.
So Siobhan gets the edge with some great blocks from the trips on the right there.
Makes a big difference when you've got receivers that can block.
Still got the who's who of Australian Gridiron in our Facebook chat here on our coverage. Motion again to Siobhan, low snap.
Oh, in fact, we've gone to reverse the other way. Benny G out on the lead block.
Hey! Oh, don't tell me he didn't go against the grain on that.
No. They can't call that.
My guess is they've got him for an illegal block below the waist, but I don't think he turned back against the grain there.
No,
so
definitely not. He was going with the flight
if
of the
he's
ball.
still leading, so
Their only argument could be he was outside the tackle box.
Even if he's outside the tackle box, he was still leading the play. He didn't go back against the grain, so we'll wait to see as the referees discuss this. But if I'm Mud Muck, I'm saying pick that one up, boy. Big discussion going on here. I thought that was a clean block. So although he went low and below the waist, didn't look like he turned back in. And I think he's saying the same thing to the officials as Ben Gastrov now walks back to the huddle.
No, definitely calling them for it.
Kevin Wilson and JR Rogers bringing you all the action of West Bowl 23. At the moment, we have the Rockingham Vipers leading 26-0 over the Swan City Titans. I'd say late in the second quarter.
Can't be too much time left in the half.
Again, here we go. Trips to the right. Siobhan to the left.
Going deep, wide open. Oles.
Overthrown slightly there by Ben Gastrov. But he had a man open.
Like a straight seam route there from the slot.
And again, if there's a team that's not scared of third and Guatemala, it's the Rockingham Vipers. They're already looking to air it out even with a 4-score lead.
Titans have dropped back to a three-man line here in this passing down.
Here we go. Ball to Siobhan.
Oh, he's dropped that one.
Bobbled and dropped. Got a bit of a huddle going on at the moment. Times have sent Lecky back deep.
I can do that.
Grand Honda's the up back in the backfield. Makes you wonder.
Surely not a fake. Oh,
Low snap. Still a nice punt.
Lecky takes it at the 25. He's got some room. Oh, great tackle there.
The ball security from Lecky is questionable at best. That ball's out there in the open. Physical freak.
Up for grabs.
Not the best at ball handling.
Gets it to the 45, so 19-yard return. Titans take over again here in the second quarter. Points on the...
You would expect a bit more urgency out of the Titans now as we approach half-time. Trying to get a score on and get some momentum before we come into the second half.
Well, in fact, they get the ball in the second half, so you're right. So a score here would be a big momentum.
Stand up to the big man.
Who screen.
Oh, he just went in there for some chaos. He's like, I want to get some bashing going on. Not often you instruct your receiver to go back into the to the meat eaters.
He is bigger than half of the offensive line. So if you're going to send a receiver inside, he'd be the one to send in.
Yeah. That's not how you normally coach that one up.
No, I'm not exactly sure that's how it was drawn up in the playbook, that one.
Trips to the left this time.
Five-man rush.
Good pass protection.
Yep. Oh.
Grand Honda does not miss those tackles at the moment. He'll let you have that little 3-yard hook all day, son.
Yeah, and I think that's the tactic here from the Vipers, isn't it? It's saying, you take that short stuff and we'll just come up and smack you.
I mean, they don't even really cover the slot receivers off the line at the moment. As you can see, they're just waiting for that pass rush to get in and rally on down to the ball. So out of those trips, there's not really much coverage going on.
In fact, we've lined up Ryan Ottens now in the slot, so empty backfield, 32 spread. Bit more time again. Oh, nearly picked off there.
And Ty's got whacked again.
Oh, that is not good. That knee does not look good.
Look, when you empty out the backfield, you're inviting that pass rush, aren't you?
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what happened on that occasion.
Like we might be punting again.
That is a man who does not look too happy at the moment with the way football's treating his body. Nice high punt. Dribbles. You know Siobhan's going to pick that one up.
Makes the first one. At a 4-yard return, ends up out of bounds.
Least amount of razzle-dazzle we've seen out of him so far.
Have too much room there, did he? Good punt there by Ryan Ottens, pinning him against the sideline, at least cutting out one of his options.
You can see shade is now covering most of the field here at Dorrien Gardens. The lights will be on for most of our second half as we head into the twilight. Still 26-0 late in the second quarter here of West Bowl 23 as the Rockingham Vipers start another drive. And again, we're going with trips, this time to the right. Honda Brothers and Boyan Vucic out to the right, Siobhan to the left. Low snap, Ben Gastrov gets it. Again, Siobhan on that hook.
Breaks it to the outside, breaks one. Again, pushed out.
Look, and he's out of bounds, and that stops the clock. So getting that ISO and getting out of bounds is a wise move at the moment.
Not quite enough for a first down there. I think it brings up 2nd and 1. Just having a conversation again. Oh, in fact, we've got roughing the passer. Back 15 onto that one. Maybe a little bit of frustration there by the Titans defence.
For those of you who are not locals, touching Ben Gastrov in the pocket is actually a criminal offence in Western Australia, I believe. So, as you see, the chains have to move for that. Got to keep that man healthy for Raiders, so I expect the laundry to come out anytime anyone gets near him, mate. Again, trips
Low
to the right.
Snap. Oh,
Ball's out.
forward pass. Heads up play there by Ben. Interested to see if they call him in the grasp. No, they are calling him in the
Vince
fleet.
was in the vicinity, so there was a receiver in the area. I expect the offensive line to get a talking to in the huddle at this point. That's 2 whacks on Ben Gastrov in a row and a low snap.
Might be having a chat with his centre as well there.
Here we go. A bunch of the trips on the right-hand side at the moment. I thought we had some early movement.
Time. He's going deep.
Boyan Vucic has got the catch
wide
on.
open.
Lecky with the thump.
Oh.
That boy took a hit there. First down for the Rockingham Vipers. Looks like a timeout, so I'm guessing we are in the waning moments of the first half as Ben Gastrov comes over to have a word to Lane Honda.
So Lane Honda, head coach of the men's Raiders, so he'll start that campaign next week.
Oh, and here comes the all-star water boy, Nate Lansdell. I think that bottle's got
wouldn't you love
Michael's
to be
secret stuff from Space Jam in it.
Wouldn't you love to be listening to that conversation, right? Titans head coach Lake Rosella obviously not happy about something, having a bit of a chat there with Martin Mook. Maybe about the late hit. Used to the Raider rule. So Siobhan comes out again as the ISO here on the left-hand side.
And he's sort of the wide side of the field, and the free safety is into the boundary to cover those trips. So don't be surprised if this is a deep shot to
Ben
Siobhan.
Detmer a little bit tight on the S.
Here it is.
There it is, the fade outside, and he's open. There it is.
You would think the commentators know what they're talking about to see that
It's
pre-snap.
almost like we called it, isn't it? We must have read the playbook. A little bit easier to see it from up here, though, unfortunately. So he'd been brewing with that one all day. So Swan had gone on the hook 2 or 3 times, and that time he just beat his man to the outside and put the afterburners down. Benny G connected with the pass.
Dan Murphy's end of Dorrien Gardens again proving to be fruitful for the Rockingham Vipers.
That takes the Vipers 32 zip with extra point to come.
Again, trips to the right, Siobhan to the left.
So they've given up with the big backfield.
Oh, Siobhan just got him on a slant. What's next in the bag full of tricks for the dancing from Siobhan? 34 zip now. And it looks like, the Vipers' offense has made an adjustment. They've overloaded one side of the field, and it looks like the Titans have yet to figure out how to counterpunch that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, they concentrated early on the brand Honda threat, and Titans probably adjusted for that, but the only trouble is there's a few other threats there on the Vipers' side of the field. Shut down one, and another one pops up. Another nice deep kick.
Dorrien Gardens now completely covered in shade as the lights come on. Just before halftime here in the West Bowl 23.
Not a bad return there, taking on the 5 and getting back out to the 21.
We actually got a kickoff and kick return without laundry for the first time in West Bowl 23, I believe, so things are moving along smoothly. Who would have thought a Gridiron West championship game would be filled with trash talk about Queensland championships? That's exactly what's happening between John Rowe and Chris Mooney at the moment. As I said, we've got a who's who of Australian Gridiron in our Facebook live stream chat. Game's, over 3,000 kilometres away, and Mooney can't help but talk about the Stingrays, can he?
No, he's...
4 receivers, run play, gobbled up quickly.
That's Viper D-line.
Are we at the point now where the Swan City Titans just don't want to give the Vipers the ball back in the first half?
Well, I think that's certainly looking to, certainly not give them another chance and run some time off the clock and go and regroup at half-time, particularly with the Ty Henry injury. Oh, little dump pass. Oh, had to jump forward to catch it. Unfortunately, that meant he was going to fall over at the line of scrimmage. Luke Turner on the reception there.
So 3rd and long again for the Swan City Titans. Everybody in Gridiron West plays a round robin 2 times through during the regular season, so this is the 3rd meeting between the Swan City Titans and the Rockingham Vipers. For those of you asking in our live stream chat, Vipers winning on both occasions.
Oh, nice reception there. Quite enough for a first down, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. So an interesting decision here. 2-minute warning, and there's a 2-minute warning signalled by Martin Nook.
You would say it's almost worth going for it as the Titans, just to make sure the Vipers don't get the ball back.
Absolutely. Brand Honda playing a little tighter this time, so certainly with the 4th and short. Still playing way off there on the left-hand receiver.
Looks like they've got a blitzer coming.
Oh.
Stand up to the big dog.
Big dog.
Oh.
Very so
we'll wait to see.
Snuffed out. No, I think he's full momentum's only to the 35. So
that's a big guy. You think all he's got to do is fall forward for the first down.
Yeah.
But you can't fall forward when you got a guy who's 4 foot tall hitting you under the chin.
Absolutely. So definitely a copybook tackle there, and had a bit of help coming over the top. I think it was Johnny Leilua.
Looks like the Rockingham Vipers at the moment are on track to complete a perfect season here in Gridiron West as they lead the Swan City Titans 34-0 here in the first half of West Bowl 23. And another chance to score going towards the Dan Murphy's end of the field.
Yes, well, it's certainly been a good end for them, so they might be celebrating at Dan Murphy's a bit later on after the game. And Gastrop drops back again. Plenty of time. This time the hook route.
He doesn't get out of bounds, so the clock will be running. Makes you wonder if the Vipers are going to hurry up to the line or use the timeout.
Still got 5 on the. Still got 5 yards on the forward momentum. So
here we go. Brand Honda and Siobhan on the same side of the field at the moment.
Will we see that crossing route or even maybe a rub? No, in fact we've got a screen up. Fake the screen. Benny's going to keep it. No, he's going to. Oh,
get out of bounds.
Bit of razzle dazzle there.
There we go. He's out of bounds.
Oh, hang on. We might. In fact, he's reaching for his pocket.
A little bit of how you doing after the tackle there.
A bit of extracurricular activity. I thought the yellow flag might have come out of the pocket there, but.
Rockingham Vipers shooting for a 4th straight Gridiron West championship here. Winners of the last 3.
Certainly, even at this early stage, looking like they've got it under control. 4th.
Brand Honda again flanks to the left with Siobhan. And Gastrov looking that way.
Oh, in fact. Oh!
High ball over the head of Boyan Vucic, who was running a post from the right. But the safeties for the Swan City Titans unable to complete a interception there.
In fact, that was Ryan Ottens there on the interception attempt.
Fourth and about 4 here for the Rockingham Vipers as we approach half-time. Swan City, even though it's 4th and short, have 3 safeties deep. So you think they're trying to prevent the touchdown and not the first down at the moment. Brand Hunter on a drag, he's open in the flat.
Incomplete there. So the Titans, well done for the Titans to stop there, and they'll take over now with probably around a minute to go, maybe less.
Look, and Brand Hunter had leverage on that. He was open in the flat, and he would have had yards after the catch.
Benny might have just missed him there on that one. I think that's the danger when you drop those 3 safeties back. The underneath stuff, and with the runners that the Vipers have got, they certainly an opportunity for some yards after catch. Titans in the gun, 4 spread.
Ty calling out signals to his receivers on the left.
He's a bit worried about that blitzing outside linebacker there, D-end. Oh.
One hand, one bounce on the snap there, Ty. Everybody knows that's the rule.
Oh.
First down here.
Well, that's enough for a first down. Straight on the line, or? Oh, in fact, no, we've marked it short, so 2nd and 1, 2nd and a half.
No huddle here from the Swan City Titans.
Oh, in fact, they've called a timeout now. Yeah, they had an offensive lineman go off and hadn't been substituted in. Had to burn a timeout there.
Otten's in the slot out to the right at the moment. By Henry scrambling to the left. Oh, he's going to go down again hard.
Oh, in fact,
Finds an open man, though.
great reception. Yeah, I don't think that knee's hurting as much now after that completion.
Look, and we all know
Certainly
the
not showing it.
clock stops by the chain set up, so the Swan City Titans are starting to hurry up to the line of
In fact,
scrimmage.
we might have an injury there to the receiver. He went down pretty hard.
Swan City Titans across midfield, I'd say, for the first time all game.
Yes, absolutely.
So down into the red zone with a chance to score.
And again, they do get the ball in the second half, so certainly scoring here before half time will certainly create some momentum.
Another shout out to our all-star water boys. We've got Brad Bennett, who's come out already for the Swan City Titans, and Nate Lansdell, both former Outback players. And somebody's given a shout out to Nate Lansdell's calf muscles.
Nate might have retired, but his calf muscles haven't, that's for sure.
No, they're still doing the work. Here we go, the chains are set. Looks like we're about to get underway again.
1st and 10 on the 22-yard line.
Titans are giving up, throwing Brand Honda's way at the moment, haven't they? Choosing to pick on the other sideline, and yes, Sir Johnson looking that way immediately again, but has to scramble to the right.
Oh, wide open in the end zone. Jake Taylor. Wow, some more missed coverage there deep in the middle of the field. So twice they went over the middle. So Jake's certainly been a star of the Gridiron West League this year for the Titans.
So in their first season of Gridiron West play, the Swan City Titans get their first score in a Gridiron West championship game. And you can see the Swan City fans have started to find a bit of volume. Remember, they do get the ball back to start the second half, so this momentum here.
Pretty good coverage there by Vince Vinciano.
Gives them something to be happy about at halftime.
Oh, absolutely. And then, as I said, going to the locker room with a score under your belt and knowing that you're getting the ball. So, 34-6. Not much left in the first half, I would suspect.
Speaking of All-Stars, Gridiron West Junior game MVP. Munya Matenya in the booth at the moment.
Oh, in fact, we've gone for an onside kick. Oh, well recovered there by Jake Fringelli. So yeah, we've got a guest commentator in the booth.
He's probably,
Munya, so I'll hand over to him.
He's probably just coming in to ask for his money from you, mate. Where's his payments?
Hello, good to be here.
The Vipers with another chance for some offense late here in the first half of West Bowl 23. What are your impressions of the game so far, Munya?
I haven't watched too much of it. I actually had to go home and...
Great special comments here in the booth.
I had to let my dad into the house, but yeah. Of what I've seen so far, it's been decent competition, but the score doesn't seem to be reflecting that.
Deep ball to Siobhan again. He's behind the coverage.
Jeez.
And in for the score.
Jeez.
There were 3 Titans in the vicinity, and all of them ball watched, and none of them watched Siobhan run behind them.
Like a Gridiron West cheat code.
How much more coverage can you dial around the ball and still have it be clueless?
I'm not sure.
I did see a touchdown like that earlier in the day, actually, where when the ball was thrown by the quarterback, the receiver wasn't even behind the defense yet. Your dreadlocks aren't as long as his, Munya, but the result was pretty much the same. The quarterbacks are just trusting the receivers to get wide open and just slinging it. And in both championship games, the junior and the senior one, we've had a result of a deep touchdown.
Yeah, just I think the DBs just need to do a little bit better job of staying with the receiver and then getting their head around and looking for the ball.
Thank you, Munya, with the Captain Obvious comments there as Vince goes in for the 2-point conversion. No, don't apologise, mate. You're all good. John Rose saying hi, by the way. Coach Hollywood saying what's up to junior outback superstar Munya.
Hello, Coach Hollywood.
He asked if it's past your bedtime as well. No, he didn't. It would be in Queensland at the moment. Well past your bedtime, Munya.
Yeah. I was told I have to be home by 9 tonight.
No double-digit PM for Munya tonight.
Not tonight. Thought I'd have a bit of extra allowance, but none at all.
Not even for a champion. After winning the Gridiron West Junior Championship earlier in the day, you don't get let off the leash, mate.
Yeah, I'm a bit astounded by that, but what can you do?
Rebel. So the score at halftime is 42-6 in favour of the Rockingham Vipers, and the crowd is showing appreciation for the entertainment that is the scoreboard continually ticking over. Although, let's be honest, the scoreboard's been behind for most of the first quarter. We're having trouble keeping up with the score. The officials heading into the change room as well. After a lot of cardio.
We have an 8-man crew today, which is a bit different for them. So I think there's a lot less running involved for the officials today.
When you see the physiques, you can understand why they try to get an 8-man crew for less running, mate. Now, we appreciate their work and the volunteers that come out each week to officiate Gridiron West games.
I got offered $10 last week to do chain swan of the semis.
Yeah, life stories of Munya Matenya coming to you here up in the Gridiron West Championship booth. Beautiful West Australian sunset. For those of you on the East Coast, you don't get to see it like this. But your jealousy set in as the sun sets over the west. What looked like a tight contest at quarter time is quickly blown out by halftime as the Vipers just kept running down to the Dan Murphy's end of Dorrien Gardens.
Yeah, they just have a sort of a way with their size and their depth as well and the talent. They just have a way of sort of leaning on you as the game goes on. So even if you kind of stick with them in the beginning, they will eventually get theirs. And when they get going, they get going.
Momentum. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Joel Vandermeer on the sideline, finally cleared from concussion just in time to just throw the ball at halftime, hey? Yeah, halftime entertainment. Missed last week's semi-finals, but able to just chuck the ball around at halftime this week. So the doctors have finally cleared him to wear no shoes and throw the ball around on the field.
Is that the concussion from the Vipers game?
He actually ended up suffering 2 in 3 weeks.
Oh.
And the second one, the doctors said, no, you're a no-go, son.
Oh, fortunate.
Yeah, the offense didn't really click with a backup quarterback in, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
And instead, we're blessed with his throwing at halftime this week, so you guys on the live stream get to see some...
Quite a show.
Well, I don't know about that throw, though. Here we go. The cameramen are caught up. They see where the action is. Broncos lost the semi-final last week, but they're trying to get on the field this week still. As you can see, why we call that the apartment end of Dorrien Gardens. Beautiful apartments down there. Oh, you're getting a nice view of the sunset, as we said, here on the West Coast. Lights are on. For those of you who didn't catch the earlier games in Gridiron West action today here at the West Bowl, we had the Perth Blitz winning both the juniors and the women's championships. First ever women's championship being won by the Perth Blitz as well. So,
Leading an undefeated season.
yeah, they did. The Perth Blitz women have yet to lose a game in Gridiron West. Women's Gridiron for the first time in Western Australia. 5 teams in the competition this year, and I believe there's rumblings that the Rockingham Vipers may be putting a team in the women's comp next year, so expect that to expand to at least 6 teams.
They're going to get a lot of imports as well.
Look, I expect them to be. Look, they've already got a Honda who was playing running back for the Curtin Saints this year, and I've heard a grumbling they've got an experienced quarterback who's been down and throwing in some games. So the women's team may hit the ground running if the Vipers get one up next year. Scores for the juniors and women's game. I believe the women's game was something along the lines of 20-something to 0. 28 to 0. There you go. We got Kev back in. He knows the scores of both games. He coached in both games. What about the junior score? How do we go with that?
14 to 6.
14 to 6. There you go. Who got both the touchdowns? The man sitting to my left at the moment, Munya Metnya. Hey?
I thought, coming into the game, I thought we'd have a lot more scoring, but it turned into a bit of a defensive battle.
Hey. Yep, that's right. So for those of you, Kev hasn't realised he doesn't have a mic at the moment, and it's on Munya. So in the Gridiron West Junior West Bowl, we actually had both teams without their starting quarterbacks for most of the season, as both of those quarterbacks have headed over to the US to play some college football. So bit of wildcat going on from the Vipers today, with Baby Crooks in the backfield there. And I tell you what, the boy you had in the backfield looked actually more like a quarterback than Metcalf does at times.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Might rather pass it than throw it.
So Matt James there asking.
Don't tell the refs that, mate. I want a second half of football.
Does the clock return to a normal clock if they get the deficit back underneath 36?
Yes.
But for those of you who aren't hearing the whole conversation at the moment, at the Mercer rule in Gridiron Australia at the moment, once the score gets over 36 points, there's a bit of a running clock instead of a stop-start clock. So you could end up with a quicker second half than you had a first half, unless the score gets a little bit tighter.
The women's grand final had quite a crowd. I was sitting in it, and I was a bit shocked by how much noise was going on.
A lot of people are happy to see women's gridiron in Western Australia, and I, for one, agree.
Yeah. And I think they've got a Raiders team a state team being put together this off-season.
They do indeed. Coach Kev Wilson will be the inaugural coach for the women's Raiders as they host the national championships here. So unlike the men's tournament, which is a fly-in, fly-out basis, the women's will be taking on a carnival-style tournament based here in Western Australia.
Should be one to watch.
So, Munya, you just returned from the Outback camp. You want to do a rundown of how that went? Who's Sean?
It was a good experience. A lot of hard work involved. Running 2 days for 4 straight days. So training, 2 3-hour training in the morning and a 2 3-hour training in the afternoon, along with like meetings. A lot of good performances all around. The performance was all around. I saw a lot of different people making plays.
Any WA debutants that we're looking forward to making an appearance in the Outback team?
Do you mean like first time being Outback or first season?
Both, mate. You tell me who you think was a standout from WA that we can look forward to seeing in the green and gold.
Brereton Lilcott, it was his first season just in general, and also his first Outback camp. He played well at the camp and he should be pushing for selection. Thomas Pascoe, he's been playing for a few years. It's his second Outback camp. He too would be pushing for selection along with like Lockie Pink. Mitchell Crooks, who's played for the Outback team for 3 years, gone to a World Cup, a qualifier, started when he was 15 years old.
He was also like 8 foot and 400 pounds when he was 15 years old, mate.
Yeah.
I believe selections are up tomorrow night.
Yeah, I do hear that some of the players are hearing if they've made the team tomorrow.
Yes, excellent. And you're off to Mexico.
Yeah, hopefully. I think we've also got a camp the week before in preparation in the US, perhaps like in a college in Texas. Somewhere, so that should be an experience. Then we have to bus down to Mexico.
And putting up with Coach Hollywood for that long in camp environment is how does that go for you?
I didn't actually talk to Coach Hollywood much about the camp because I was with the running backs, but he seemed like a very very pleasant coach. Had a lot of knowledge. We had to interact him with a little bit over special teams. He had a lot of knowledge just to give out, and yeah, seemed like a great coach all around.
Got to say that today, at least until the selections are done tomorrow.
Yeah, he's in the live stream chat, mate. So if you don't give him a compliment, you're in trouble. So there's an insight into the junior Outback. So a lot of things happening in Australian Gridiron at the moment, not just the West Bowl. But we also have the upcoming women's and men's national championships, and the juniors, as we saw, they'll be going to Mexico.
Yeah, very, very exciting times for Gridiron in Australia in general.
Always on the up and up. I mean, a few years ago, who would have thought you'd be able to watch a Gridiron championship game from across the country, but now it seems to be the norm.
Yeah, I remember a few months ago last year in the morning, I was watching the Queensland Sun Bowl on Facebook as well. Gives great insight into the development of football all across the country.
Look, it's a fantastic sport, and we love welcoming new people to it. So if you're new to the sport and you're just watching the live stream now, feel free to ask any questions that you have. We are able to see your chat, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. There you go.
Hollywood's going to give you $100 money, so well done.
No, I think the $100 is coming my way for prompting Munya to talk about him. Or is that 100 each? We'll sort it out later. Looks like the officials have taken the field, so we're about to get under the way in the second half of the West Bowl here. And it looks like the Vipers are choosing to go to the Dan Murphy's end in the fourth quarter.
After that second quarter, why wouldn't you?
I'd just like to draw some attention here to the leg of the Vipers kicker, Chris Gale. I've played with him on a state team.
I don't need to talk yourself up, Munya. Let's just talk about him, yeah?
I've seen him kick 50-something yard field goals in practice, just like it's nothing. So expect this.
Is he right or left-footed?
Kick to be boomed. Right, I think.
Pressure was on. He's like, I'm going to wait to see him do his walk back. I'm pretty sure he's right-footed from what I saw in the first half. Didn't mean to put you on the spot, Munya.
That's all right.
So people have said shout outs to the fact that the internet's finally been rolled out in WA. Takes a while to get all those cables over here, I know, but we do manage to get streamable internet at the moment on the West Coast. And the Munya fan club has now hit the live stream chat. I'm pretty sure the headset's not going to be able to fit him anymore if his head keeps swelling at this rate.
So another state found ex-Raider, although he's over there.
Hey!
Nico Burns, so g'day Nico.
Big hits on special teams, and he just stands over his victim.
Hits.
Everybody likes a big hit on special teams. Siobhan clearly likes a big hit on special teams. If you can see him in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen there, showing some love for the hit that was just put on the field. We're about to get underway in second half action. Swan City Titans offense taking the field, heading towards the apartment ends of Dorrien Gardens here. Again, we're extremely grateful to be at Dorrien Gardens for our final series, 3rd year running that we're here. And the Perth Soccer Club and everybody involved has been great to us. 4 receivers for Ty Henry. He's back in the shotgun. Little screen out to the right. But as per usual, that Vipers defense rallies up to make the tackle.
Linebacker just showed some great sideline speed, making play out on the edge.
Second down and about 8.5 upcoming. Doesn't look like we're getting a huddle from the Swan City Titans here. Hand signals coming from Ty Henry. Trips to the left. Flank to the right in the shotgun. Drop back pass, scramble to the left. Again, we got that short completion, but an immediate tackle from the Rockingham Vipers defense. Looks like about 3rd and medium here, 3rd and about 5. Upcoming for the Rockingham Vipers. Those of you asking, Dorrien Gardens is the host of our final series. Only we don't play any regular season games here due to soccer use, but we look forward to every February coming out here.
Watch the spot here.
And we are close to a first down, as you heard from Munya. We got an early signal there saying move the chains. Swan City Titans first down. Again, not going to a huddle. If you think we're late answering your questions, I think there's a slight delay between when we're talking and when you get it to your ears as well. So I see some of you in chat are helping each other answer questions, and we appreciate that. Flags and whistles. And we're awaiting a signal, but it looks like the offense broke. Martin Muck about to make the call. He has said it's against the offense. So after getting a first down, we're now going to end up with a first down and long. Swan City Titans behind the chains.
False start's always a terrible way to keep a drive moving along. They tend to just stunt the momentum of the drive a little bit, forcing you into a long situation that previously be in.
Hey, it looks like they might get it back though as flags come out on the snap. Free play for the Swan City Titans. They throw the ball deep. It's picked off. But this one will be coming back as there is already flags on the field, and it looks like the Rockingham Vipers D-line went early. So Ty Henry seeing the flags, knowing that he could just take a shot. Swan City Titans looking like they're trying to get into the second half, knowing they need a lot of possessions and trying to go no huddle. And you're not going to close a 36-point deficit if you spend too much time in the huddle, are you?
I think they're also trying to counteract the running clock a little bit by trying to take as little time as possible between plays.
You're also,
get it under 36.
You're also giving them credit thinking that they know there's a running clock as well. Just because we know doesn't mean they know on the sideline. But we will assume they do for the time being. Martin Mark and his West having a conference. As you can see by the shadows all over the coverage at the moment, we have beautiful lighting here at Dorrien Gardens. Grant Honda giving his opinion on what should be happening here.
Like offsetting penalties.
Which will be replay the down, which means the interception still gets wiped off the board. And it will still remain Swan City Titans ball. There's you wondering, oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at those calf muscles bounding across the field. Not sure what the call was against Vipers, but I'm judging by the fact that number 22 is being escorted off the field. It might have been just a bit of back chat that was called against the Vipers there. A. Lansdale looked like a bouncer dragging a man off the field there. There's still discussion going on the sidelines from the officials about what's been happening, so I think there's a bit of extracurricular activity as well. Just filling in Lane Honda as to what was happening on the far sideline, I'm guessing. Just out of view of your camera at the moment to the right. The conference that we have going on with the coaches. Looks like we're ready to get underway again as the officials return back to their spots. The Swan City Titans break the huddle. Pass out to the right.
Great job by the D lineman. Even though in his rush he wasn't able to get to the quarterback, still managed to get his hands up and affect the pass.
And it looked like the coverage was thereabouts as well, so it would have just been a short completion and a quick tackle as we've seen most of the day from the Rockingham Vipers secondary. Ty trying to navigate the pocket. There's a helmet on the floor.
Flags flying in.
Yeah, when there's a helmet in the middle of the field, you wonder how it got there. Ty Henry down again. So far in the second half of proceedings, the most dominant team has been the officials. Making an impact on every play they are at the moment. Martin Muck and his crew. We talked about a running clock and a quicker second half, but if we're stopping the clock for penalties every time, it's not going to go that quick at all.
Yeah.
It'll be past Munya's bedtime by the time this game finishes at this rate.
I'll be unfortunate having to leave the commentary early.
Mum and Dad, if you're watching the live stream at the moment, please give us permission to keep Munya a bit longer. It's the most enthusiastic colour commentary you can find. Sarcasm intended. There we go, another penalty against the Rockingham Vipers.
Action.
Automatic first down. And the Swan City Titans have gotten across half field, purely based on penalties.
Yeah. Sometimes you'd rather just... I don't know.
Oh, that was very, very informative there, Munya.
Was...
There's more flags flying in the air. Oh, and out comes the bouncer again. Nate Lansdell dragging another body off the field.
It appears Vipers defense.
Oh, and there's another flag.
Very animated in their protests of these calls, and resulting in a landslide of penalties.
Look, and let's be honest, when you're up by 36 points, how much crap do you actually need to talk to the officials?
Not much.
But they're still having a crack at it anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is one way to get your reserve players involved. Getting all your starters ejected really gets more people involved in the game.
Yeah.
And that's another first down to the Swan City Titans, as you can hear from the crowd.
Looks like a few teammates.
Can't exactly hear what he's saying up here in the commentary booth, but you could imagine.
It looks like we had another
It's not too
30
pleasant.
yards marched off there, so that wasn't just one penalty, that was two. Kev's still not realizing he doesn't have a microphone, unfortunately. By Henry dropping back, looking for that crossing route in the right flat. It's there. I think he's tackled just short of the end zone. We could have first and goal upcoming here. I think he might have achieved a first down on that. We'll wait for the chain crew to set up for this. We're up on the line of scrimmage. No huddle again. Chains are still up. Might be just short of first down by the looks of it. Four receivers. By Henry in the shotgun. Pass again. Scramble to the right. Dump into the end zone. Touchdown, Swan City Titans.
All right, and on that note, I'm back in the seat, and Munya Matemian leaves us, so off to bed. Send him to bed, Hollywood. Make sure he's rested up for the trip to Mexico.
So about 10 yards of offense through the air on that drive and about 17 flags for the Swan City Titans. So we know the game plan moving forward.
Yeah,
More flags.
Fire up the Vipers D-line and get them ejected.
Yeah. If they stick to that game plan, they may just catch up.
James Pritchard there obviously taking big exception to being ejected and giving off a couple more penalties on the way out the door. So certainly 45-yard turnaround on that one play. Then it makes it a little bit easier for the offense to score.
Two-point conversion upcoming. Trips on the right. Single receiver on the left. Looking to the left.
Oh, and it's taken in the end zone. So
That'll make it 42-14 in favour of the Rockingham Vipers. But that's back-to-back touchdowns from the Swan City Titans.
absolutely. And
Finishing the first half with a touchdown and opening the second half with a touchdown.
Oh well, except we did have the Viper Javon special with the time running out. Yes, Hollywood, just the one ejection on the play. But certainly probably continued on even as he headed towards the stands. So
we have an onside kick-up coming. We see a bit of a bunch formation from the Titans here on the kickoff as they slowly spread out now.
Well, their last attempt was not quite successful with Jake Frittenbelly jumping on the ball. Going deep. Back going to the end zone.
Vipers.
So interesting there. Siobhan probably expecting the onside, so came up, and in the end it actually ended over his head.
Vipers offense coming out for the first time in the second half here.
I'll be interested to regain some composure here, and Benny G will be talking to his guys and tell them to get back to playing football.
Look, luckily it was the defense that was being a bit boisterous and not the offense, so let's see cooler heads prevail. Back to pass. Looking for Siobhan.
Full crowd again underneath that cover 3.
Ball was just a little bit short and incomplete.
Few people are asking, yes, the live stream will be available on video after the game, so able to see that on the Gridiron West website.
Nice throw for the first down. Ben Gashrov into the right flat. Yards after the catch, move the chains. Back to a 2x2 look in the 4-receiver set from the Vipers this half. They did play most of the second quarter in a 3x1 when they went to a spread. So
yeah, so interesting. Spread the Titans out again, and that time to Torren Honda out of the slot.
That's how you know the Vipers are ahead. They've actually thrown to Torren. And as we say it, here comes the 3x1 look. So Tritz to the right, Siobhan to the left.
Torren in the backfield.
Ball out to the right and incomplete. Third and about 8.
So not bad coverage again by Stefan Maiolo there for the Titans.
Four receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Brandt and Siobhan on the same side. Brandt drags over the middle.
Time.
Breaks a tackle.
Gets to the outside.
He's well beyond the first down, and the chains will move.
So again, another good catch, and about 10 yards after the catch. So certainly dangerous once he gets into the open field.
A lot of people to see. Happy to see Gridiron West football broadcast live to you on Facebook. Thank you for thanking us and the crew involved. We're just the beautiful voices talking here, but we're not the ones doing the hard work.
The dulcet tones.
High Tide Media are the ones doing most of the action. You can see that in the bottom of your feed anyway. Here we go. Oh, nice spin move.
Oh, so Brand Honda's got... In fact, it's Torren Honda.
There you go.
Finally, eventually brought down at the 14-yard line, but we do have We do have some linen back at the 20.
About a 35-yard scamper pending penalties here.
So again, I think that...
And showing that Siobhan's not the only one that can bust out a spin move.
Yes, absolutely. It's, the moves evolved there from Torren. In fact, that's been called on Siobhan. Lock in the back. At the 22, so the Vipers will take over. Still a first down, but will take over on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Grant Siobhan to the left. Ben Gastron
Going
looking
deep.
to the right.
Oh!
Off the hands and incomplete. Was open down the sideline.
Probably again just a touch overthrown there, and
Look better to have a quarterback that can overthrow than underthrow.
oh, absolutely.
If you're going to miss them over the top. At least then only your receiver's got a chance to catch it, or it's going to be incomplete. Four receivers again. Grant Siobhan in the left.
Oh, Benny Gastroff taking it himself. A 9-yard rumble.
And we've seen that a bit more from Ben Gastroff this year. So after a ACL injury during the 2012 season and the National Championship campaign, it took a while to get the operation done. And now that Ben's fully healthy on that knee again.
Yeah, he's certainly still got the brace on it, but you know, certainly more confident now, tucking and running when he wants to. And let's face it, you've got Benny G coming at you. That's quite a load. So, and in fact, this time he's following Torren Honda, getting the first down. Again, about 3 yards on the carry, and certainly should be enough for a first down. We'll wait for the spot, but
both the Honda brothers blocking on the edge there as Brant was
certainly
actually
helping out the refs there and signaling a first down.
Close to the formation. Like having your fullback follow two running backs.
Oh, in fact, we've called it short. So, oh no.
Here we go.
Yeah, we've got a signal. First down. There we go. So 1st and 10 on the 20. Yeah, no, definitely, certainly pound for pound, two of the best blockers out there, Torren and Brant. And just imagine, you know, the backyard barbecues there with Lane, their dad, teaching him how to block. And in fact, Gracie, one of the stars of the women's team as well. Also, great blocker out of the backfield.
Nice little cutback. 1st and goal upcoming for the Rockingham Vipers.
So all of a sudden in this third quarter, Torren's gashing them up the middle.
Grant Honda comes out, Vince comes in. Makes you wonder whether they're going to leave Torren in the backfield or put Vince in the backfield. It'd be a shame to take Torren out of the backfield at this point and give the touchdown to someone else.
Yeah, no, he left him in the backfield now, but in fact the Titans have called a timeout, so certainly a regroup and maybe an adjustment now that they've opened up in the middle there a couple of times.
Look, I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be calling a timeout whenever Brant leaves the field. Gives him a chance to get some air and get back in.
So the brains trust of the Vipers there, Benny Gastroff and Lane Honda having a conversation. What do you think will work, Coach? Anything?
Combined age of about 480 between the two of them.
Well, certainly football age, that's for sure. Between the two of them, a football IQ off the charts.
Siobhan using the timeout as a bit of a dancing opportunity. Keeping you entertained here on our live stream. He is.
Certainly one never to let an opportunity go astray.
Got to stay loose, don't you?
Oh, I'm sure that's what it was. Yep, absolutely. Brandon actually looking a little bit shook up there on the sideline, so just self back into it.
I think he's done it to himself. All that killer blocking on the edge. Maybe Benny G just hit him in the back as he was rumbling for that first down, mate.
Yeah, come on, get out of my way. You're not quite quick enough.
Yeah. Either get out of the way or get run over.
A
Drop back pass.
Oh, the quick slant again, straight to Siobhan, wide open.
And what dance moves are coming up ahead? Ball to the ref. Nothing fancy yet, just getting back to the huddle.
That takes it to 48-14.
And again, the Vipers scoring at the Dan Murphy's end of Dorrien Gardens.
Big boy coming out. Normally goes into the backfield. Oh, no, just a centre change, it looks like, at this stage.
Could have a delay game while we wait for Mex to get off the field.
Corner out again. No, he's out of the back of the end zone, unfortunately.
And let's be honest, that's about the third time that we've had an overthrow to that corner of the end zone on a similar play there. So it's open every time, but we've missed it every time.
So the Titans certainly getting some practice at kick returns tonight.
Still great numbers in the crowd here at West Bowl 23. Gridiron West community getting behind all the guys out here putting on a show.
I've got to say, a big thing this year has been the Women's League and what it's brought, and it's certainly created a lot more community, and a lot of girls still here, even ones that didn't play today. So certainly enjoying the football and certainly enjoying the sport. So we've got a touchback, so the Titans will take over on the 20.
If there's one thing I've learned about women's gridiron as well, it's that some of the women can outdrink some of the men. And there's evidence of that out here in the crowd tonight.
I might find that out a little bit later when the Blitz women get back to the clubhouse after this game to celebrate their win. So, inaugural champions of the Women's League. But I think the thing's been really good. You know, there's been 5 teams this year, which is absolutely fantastic. And as I was saying earlier, about 150 girls have actually participated across those 5 teams.
Well, mentioning earlier that there's rumbles the Vipers will be putting in a women's team next
definitely,
year.
yeah. I think there's certainly a lot of interest down there, and I think they're being forced basically at gunpoint by the Vipers women down there to say, you've got to get as a team and we want to take the field. So, and that wraps up the third quarter as we move into the fourth. So that'll be certainly great to have 6 teams in the competition next year, and a lot of work done behind the scenes by a number of people, and certainly Kelly Hopkins needs to get a mention, appointed as the women's director, and a lot of coaches have been involved, and certainly ran some open coaching at the start of the season, which really got all the girls together and created that community. And I think saw that again today, even after the game, where both teams were certainly happy for each other. And now into the Raiders campaign. So they're certainly looking forward to taking themselves against the rest of Australia.
Swan City Titans back on the field. That was a quick third quarter.
Well, I think we might be having that running clock.
Ball into the flat.
So
Tackle
again,
in the flat.
same old, same old. We'll give you the flat and then we'll come up and smack. The Titans in their spread offense again. Ty Henry back in shotgun. Drops back. Goes for the slant. Caught. Immediately taken. Just short of the first down marker, so they'll bring up third and about 1. So a couple of good completions there for the Titans. No huddle again. Hand signals coming from Ty Henry. Drops back. Crossing route. That'll be enough for a first down. Takes another big hit. So the Vipers again letting the Titans receivers catch it and then coming up and hitting them. Calling for a medic, so it looks like he's gone down quite hard there. The Titans receiver being escorted off the field after that hit. But still got enough for the first down, so Ty Henry brings his troops out again. Spread formation, Ryan Otten's in the backfield. Dag Taylor split to the left. Drops back, under a bit of pressure. In fact, picked off. And this might be returned to the house. Oh, in fact, no, brought down. So that'll, unfortunately there, pick the wrong man out. And we've got Viper ball, 1st and 10 from about the 10.
First and goal opportunity for the Rockingham Vipers, and we don't need to give them short field, do we?
In fact, yes, you're right. It's being spot on the 9, so that'll be 1st and goal. So, yeah, what looked promising there in that first couple of downs. And we've got another injury on the field now. Looks like to a Titans offensive lineman. An injury timeout as they attend to the Titan.
And the crowd claps in appreciation for the players that volunteer to come out here and put their body on the line every weekend in Gridiron West. Something a lot of people don't really understand is that
But Titans have called another timeout. Didn't like what they saw.
by the way, if you've been watching the game in live chat, we are taking your input on who the Gridiron West Bowl MVP will be at the moment as well. So if you got any votes, send them on through. They'll probably be ignored, but you can send them through anyway.
And unfortunately, me or JR are ineligible.
I have seen votes on my commentary being the MVP at the moment, and I thank you for that. Shorty kick, it's always got my back. I'm guessing Lachlan Gilbert must be out of town at the moment, judging by the fact we haven't had a streaker at the West Bowl for the first time in a couple of years.
Well, it's something we had. Yeah, that's right. It's normally something we look forward to, isn't it? But I think he's actually.
Oh, throw into the flat. The effort afterwards falls forward for a couple of yards.
Lockie Gilbert, so certainly a well-known streaker in Gridiron West. But
I think there was even some nudity on national television when
absolutely.
he was on Survivor.
Well, I was going to say, everyone was quite surprised on that first episode of Survivor when Lockie got his gear off. Everyone except anyone that's ever seen him in Gridiron West. I think he's actually over in Bali at the moment, setting up his adventure tourism project. So
come on, give it a plug properly. Oh, hurdle from Torrent Honda.
So
just short of a touchdown.
If you're going again at running back, tearing it up.
If we're going to plug Lachlan Gilbert's company, we're going to do it properly. Have we got a link? We got a name? We got anything?
Oh, I better look that up.
Stay tuned. Not just Gridiron West action, but adventure tour details with celebrities and Gridiron West stalwarts. Incomplete pass in the end zone there. Looks like the defense also had a chance at that one.
So 4 Elements Adventure. So look that up and hook it up, and Lockie will look after you. So, I did have a conversation with him only last week about a group that I'm taking to Bali, and a team building group, and he was talking about abseiling and canoeing and kayaking and mountain biking, and I said, Lockie, let's just tone this down a little bit.
Hammocks.
Corporate group. All looking for yoga and hammocks.
Ball into the end zone. Incomplete.
It's certainly, if you're looking for a bit of an adrenaline adventure, Lockie's your man, and I'd look up that 4 Elements Adventure. And Lockie, you know my address to send the $50. Thanks.
Change of possession here. Swan City Titans taking over deep towards their own end zone. If you haven't figured out by now, commentary team is happy to plug anything at the moment.
Thanks for the shout out, Nico. How's the soccer going over there, buddy? We're certainly missing you back here in Gridiron West. Oh, in fact, we're going for it.
Here we go. Pass from their own end zone here. Into
and
the
he
flat.
completes. Oh, no, great work again. So
close to a first down, though. We will await the spot. Gives the Titans offense.
In fact, we've given him a first down. So there you go.
Some definite breathing space. At least this time, Ty shouldn't be dropping into his own end zone. Drop back pass. Looking left, scrambling right. Into the right flat.
We've got a bit of room. Another first down.
First time we've seen a broken tackle from the Vipers secondary. Yeah. So
and that's big 87 again. Big 87. So this time he got over the defensive back. We
have a vote for Max Bethel's recent mullet.
Oh,
for Australia
mullet,
Day's MVP at the moment.
That needs to be submitted along with Mitch Kavanagh's mullet to the Australian mullet site. Something about those Raider boys and their fascination with mullets.
Gridiron West not only known for great football, but great mullets as well. Drop back pass, scramble to the right. Again looking to the right flat.
Another
again
completion.
Complete. And another first down for the Swan City Titans.
Oh, the Titans on a roll here.
guest commentary in the booth at the moment, coming from Tyler Rogers. If you hear a young infant voice in the background, he's on producer duty at the moment. He said he's monitoring the cameras.
So long time GW coach Michael Kerr on the line. He's just moved to Queensland, and looks like Hollywood's already claimed him as one of their own.
Throw into the left this time, incomplete and in the dirt.
Good source tells me Mike Kerr might have actually reffed a game over in Townsville today, so I'd like to apologise on his behalf to the players that had to experience that. But at least if he's reffing, he's not arguing with them.
Titans up to the line quickly. 4 wide receivers again.
High obviously seeing something he likes, sending out the signals to his receivers. Oh, in fact, he went for the handoff. I don't think the running back realised.
He's picked it up. He's flipped it into the outside.
Wow, big play. And Jake Taylor's got some room. He might go all the way here. Oh, in fact, last line of defence.
Grand Honda coming up.
Grand Honda, of course.
Saving the Vipers. We've got a Viper down on the field by the looks of it. Grabbing to that hamstring.
So again, that shows you the value of Ty Henry there. A broken play. Didn't get the handoff in the backfield. Picked it up. Kept his smarts about him. Rolled out to the left and completed the pass to Jake Taylor, who did the rest.
Not sure that's the way that play was drawn up, but probably the most successful offensive play for the Vipers, for the Titans in this half.
But I think, again, that's that value of Ty Henry there. He can certainly take a broken play and make something out of it. And as you know yourself, when you're playing defense against those broken players, sometimes they're the hardest ones. So Mike Kerr telling us he didn't ref today, so that's he got out of that one. So
let's see if they can feed Taylor again. Might have done a bit too much cardio on that last play, but he's still Ty Henry's favourite target.
Oh, and has been all year.
Signals out to the receivers on the right. Signals out to the receivers on the left. Vipers in soft coverage again. By Henry scrambling out to the right.
For his life. Throws it deep. Going to be picked off by Dorrien Honda.
That's Brand.
Sorry, Brand Honda.
He's
broken a couple of tackles and he's going to go all the way.
Brand Honda.
Oh, no, one more cut. Oh.
Had an opportunity to not only score on offense for multiple times today, but an opportunity to score on defense. And has taken the ball all the way down to the red zone.
I don't know if he's hurt there or if he's just tired and having a bit of a rest. That'll be Vipers again. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Brand Honda might have injured his back carrying the team today.
Definitely been a star on both sides of the ball. So a heartbreaker there for the Titans. Looked like they actually got a roll on and might score again.
Look, they drove from like their own 5-yard line all the way down to the
Absolutely.
red zone just to have that happen.
Benny Gastroff drops back. First play. Vince Filancino wide open in the end zone, and that's a touchdown. That's got to be a heartbreaker.
So the Vipers hit a 50 burger here in West Bowl 23. (54-14) with the conversion to come. Got back pass looking to the left. That's that play that they've missed down in this in the Dan Murphy's end zone about 3 times. They've now missed it down in the apartment end zone. Been open every time, though.
Absolutely. It might be something Benny needs to work on in the off-season.
Look, when you're up by 40 points, you go, you know what? Let's keep trying to get that one play right on the converts.
So a few votes coming in now for Honda for MVP.
And not surprisingly so, scored the first 2 touchdowns of the game. And then set up a block that sprung Vince for his long touchdown as well. So involved in the first 3 scores, tackles on defense, coverage on defense.
Oh, absolutely.
And an interception and a long return as well. Coach Kev being mummified up in the commentary booth at the moment by technical cords going everywhere to keep our stream up going. The sacrifices some people make.
Oh, another nice big kick. Nice and high. Get some hang time.
Got some momentum on the return, though.
Oh, Lecky's got broken through. Ankle tapped on about the 40. Looked like he might have busted that one there for a second.
He did split the first line of the kick coverage. Caught that with a full head of steam. Judging by the way our Facebook live stream chat's going at the moment, if a certain number 1 for the Vipers doesn't get West Bowl MVP, there'll be a riot all through social media.
So we must be heading deep into the 4th quarter now. 54-14, Vipers over the Titans. And it looks like the Vipers are going to go get that 4th championship and also the perfect season. Wow, even Cully getting an MVP vote. Not even at the ground, he's just on the live stream. So well done, Cully. Another long-time stalwart of Gridiron West.
Big thank you again to Coach Kev Wilson for joining me up here, entertaining you all in Facebook land for our live stream.
Absolute pleasure, JR. It's great to be working together for a change instead of on the opposite sides of the field.
Yeah, both angry old men on occasion. Drive up the guts and bodies to the ball.
So certainly the Viper D-line not giving up at all.
Look, when you know the clock's ticking down and they've got to put the ball in the air at some point, that's when you pin your ears back, isn't it?
Absolutely. I suppose they've got nothing to lose.
So it's time for the big dogs to eat. Here we go. Play action. Scramble to the left. Sets his feet up. Scrambles back to the right. Receiver breaks off the route.
Wide open. In fact, he may go... Oh, another big tackle.
Look, I'm pretty sure the Vipers want to defend the Dan Murphy's end of the field.
Definitely.
They haven't let the Titans score at this end, and it's been their favourite end of Dorrien Gardens. But it's a big first down for the Swan City Titans. Cornerback just didn't realise the receiver broke off the route to help Ty Henry there. So Ty initially scrambles to the left, works his way back to the right, and as he does, the receiver goes, you know what? Scrambling quarterback, no need running a fly route 80 yards deep. I'm going to break it off.
Absolutely.
And the corner just kept going.
Yep, no, great work. Great work coming back to his quarterback to give him an option. Cully, I've got another idea for you, mate. Segway football. The Segway Football League. That's right down your alley. Older, slower, fatter.
Another dive up the middle from the Titans. Trying to keep that pass rush honest, I'm guessing, at the moment. Just mix up a little bit of run.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, definitely trying to slow down the pass rush. Probably trying to protect that knee there. Ty Henry certainly toughed it out in the second half.
He's kept it this time.
Oh, he's dropped the ball. He's picked it back up. Oh,
little dump pass.
almost picked off there, yeah. In fact, had a couple of grabs at it.
But again, when the plays don't go perfect, that's when Ty Henry's at his most creative. It's worked for the Titans on this drive already with the big pass play.
A bit of banter going on online between Matty James, an ex-Viper, and Chris Mooney. In fact,
and that's the ball game.
That's the ball game. There you go. So I don't remember seeing the 2-minute warning, but that's obviously the ball game. So congratulations to the Rockingham Vipers, the four-peat.
And they did defend the Dan Murphy's end.
They did defend the Dan Murphy's end. It was a shutout to the Dan Murphy end. In fact, I think it was about 40-0 to the Dan Murphy end.
It would have been about that, I think.
Yep. So certainly certainly very popular hunting ground here for the Vipers, and in fact now they've even claimed an end as well. So congratulations, Benny Gastroff, Lane Honda head coach, and all the Vipers.
Stay tuned for the Gridiron West Bowl presentation. I'll tell you what though, you get to take home a trophy today with the women's championship game, but it's about not even a tenth of the size of the men's one.
Oh yes, but it's a Super Bowl looking one, so we'll claim that.
I still think we've got to put in a complaint to the board.
Oh, definitely, and even the junior one's certainly a lot smaller than the men's one. But
we're demanding upgrades on the trophy size for the kids and the women.
No worries, Hollywood. Thanks for the shout-out, mate. It's been a pleasure.
The presentation's going to be about 10 minutes away, I reckon, if you see how many handshakes the Vipers are going to do when they cross the field. Swan City Titans with great player numbers in their inaugural season.
Yes. I think they ended up with about 65 registered players, and add to that the women. So fantastic.
Pretty sure everybody in Stratton's dressed in blue at the moment, mate.
No, absolutely fantastic for a debut season. It's not only just the numbers, but to be competitive and get to the bowl.
There's some Gridiron West veterans sprinkled amongst some rookies as well.
Yes,
so
certainly
some player transfers.
Great mix
out to the ghetto of Stratton.
So a shout out to Casey Stein there, dropped a note as well. So, and Craig Wilson as well, another stalwart of Gridiron West, now back in Victoria.
Probably trying to do some scouting for the upcoming
I'm sure he will be doing
AGL.
some scouting. I noticed he was named as the head coach of the men's AGL. So
Victoria are allowed back in again after exile recently. So
yes,
Craig Wilson
absolutely.
getting the gig over there.
Yep. Great work.
Previous Raiders head coach.
He was, yes. I certainly will have some inside knowledge about the Raiders players. Yeah, so you don't see that too often where both teams fill whole sides of the field in the shaking of hands. So we will have the presentation shortly, but that's certainly, as far as playing goes, concludes a fantastic day of football here in Dorrien Gardens, and great work by everyone involved. I thought well officiated today too, JR. All of the games.
Yeah, look, the refs had a bit of a fun time in the third quarter, but besides that, it was a fast-flowing game.
Yeah. So the dancing certainly starting from the Viper boys and the chanting, and
There is a loud Vipers chant happening at the moment from the grandstand.
Partying late into the evening, I'm sure, and in the early morning. And Titans can certainly hold their head high. I mean, I know it was a bit of a blowout today, but they've certainly had a great season, and the Vipers have well and truly been the standout team all year.
Great to have 8 teams involved in Gridiron West again.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And in fact, there's talk of another team next year, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So a 9-team competition will certainly add some complexity to scheduling, unfortunately, but still will make it work.
And look, there's not a big lull in gridiron action here because, as we said, both the men's Raiders team and the women's Raiders team will begin their preparations for national championships. And if you can't wait until next October when Gridiron West starts again, the women's tournament will actually be hosted in Western Australia as well. So keep your eyes on our Facebook page at Gridiron West to find out the details of where you can watch Gridiron come this May, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. So kicks off Monday, May the 28th, I think. Don't quote me on that, but certainly the Monday of that week, and runs till June the 4th. But in fact, before that, we've actually got the North-South Junior All-Star game. So that's been resurrected from a couple of years ago, and that's down at Cottesloe Rugby Club on the 24th.
After a couple of years hiatus, we get to see the teams from the north of the river take on the teams from the south of the river. For those of you who aren't from the West Coast, everyone talks about north of the river and south of the river. The beautiful Swan River here out in Western Australia, and that's how we break up our teams for the All-Star game, and have done for a while. So this year, with the juniors not having to prepare for a national championship, they get a chance to still have an All-Star festivity and a representative chance when the North takes on the South.
So that will pit the West Coast Wolverines, the Westside Steelers, the Claremont Jets, and the Perth Broncos.
Yep, that's
versus
the North.
Versus the Rockingham Vipers and the Perth Blitz, and the Curtin Saints joining them. So that'll be a good game. Certainly a lot of both junior Raiders and also some Outback players amongst that. So certainly be a high quality game on the 24th down at the Cottesloe Rugby Club. And in fact, the Gridiron West Junior Awards will be on after that at the Cottesloe Rugby Club. So certainly some big contenders for the MVPs.
So a celebration of the future of Gridiron West will be had on the 24th.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly an opportunity to see some of the future stars. And in fact, a lot of the juniors have been playing up in the seniors this year as well. It's just, certainly some talent coming through on a number of the teams.
And I think Gridiron West has gotten better the last couple of years at what I like to call graduating players. So having players go through the junior program and actually staying on into seniors. So we're seeing a lot more graduates at the moment throughout Gridiron West, and it's a great thing. Yeah,
no, it's something the league identified a few years ago, that there seemed to be a bit of a gap or a bit of a drop-off between juniors and seniors. So we made some amendments to the rules around the juniors being able to play in the senior competition, and I think that's paid off with, that's certainly paid off with, as you said, a lot more now graduating to the senior competition, which is just making the senior competition even healthier.
We're just awaiting the Swan City Titans to make their way over for the post-game ceremonies at the moment.
Yeah, so League Vice President Dougie Stewart down there trying to get it organised. This stage struggling to get the Titans from the sideline. Vipers certainly keen to get that trophy and start celebrating. Some are already getting out the moves.
Mate, from what I see, the trophy's already made it halfway to the Vipers huddle anyway.
Yeah, it looks like it might be already in their huddle, that's right.
Just sitting on the grass, ready to be lifted.
Certainly certainly spent some time in Rockingham over the last 4 years, that trophy. So
I'm pretty sure Benny G hasn't even dusted off the square where it sits in the lounge room, mate. He knows exactly where to put it when it gets back home because the dust is still settled all around it. And it looks like the Swan City Titans are making their way over now. We'll hear from both the coaches, as well as our West Bowl MVP.
I'll be interested to see if we have any Viper retirements after this fourth win. I did hear some rumours there was a few guys, but you know, every year they seem to bring them back out.
The magnificent Gridiron West Trophy. As you can see, the crowd in attendance is still happy with everything that's going on.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us for West Bowl 23.
That's sure counts 23, mate. He had a stumble there, but got there.
He got there in the end.
Hospitality this weekend and last weekend. Make sure you get to the bar and support our hosts. I'd like to thank, on behalf of Gridiron West, the referees for their officiating today and throughout the season. So if we put our hands together for all the referees.
Referees getting congratulations, as they should. Volunteered their efforts all year.
I'd like to invite Lake Rosiello to come across and say a word on behalf of the Titans.
Head coach of the Swan City Titans, Lake Rosiello. Former member of Gridiron Victoria, moving over and setting up a new club.
Congratulations to the Rockingham Vipers. They were awesome all day, and yeah, they're a class outfit. I'd like to thank all of our fans for coming out tonight. You're amazing. I'd like to thank all of our players, coaches, support staff, everyone, family, friends, wives. Without you, we couldn't do it. We'll be back next year, bigger and better. Thank you.
So Benson the party coming in late with a bit of a slam for the commentators. We'll remember that, Benny. So next time I see you.
Judges around the ground. After a brilliant effort on both sides of the ball, the MVP is Brand Honda.
There we go. Not a surprise there with the West Bowl MVP. He's been a national championship tournament MVP. He's been a West Bowl MVP. The kid can do anything.
I just wanted to thank the Vipers and can you hear me? I just wanted to thank the Vipers and the Titans. You guys deserve a lot of credit. I think we'll probably see you guys next year again, but you guys are a really, really good team. Thanks everyone for coming, and this was a team effort, I believe. I'd like to thank Benny G and offensive line, all those guys in the defense. And Johnny's looking at me, but it was a really good season and it was a good game. Thank you.
He's also won a MVP of a junior West Bowl as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So him and his brother, and of course Lane as the head coach, who are very big in the junior competition. So certainly graduates have gone up. And here we go, Lane Honda.
Firstly, I'd like to thank the Titans, and I remember talking to Coach Lake as he started, and his attitude and the goals that he set, and I firmly believe that you guys achieved all of your goals and even more. So really appreciate the fight and the game tonight, and you guys should be really proud of yourselves because you guys accomplished a lot in this first year. And so thank you very much, and good job to you guys. To the Vipers, we made history tonight and really, really proud of that. I stand here as speaking to you, but I know that the backbone of the Vipers is the captains with Brian, Johnny Leilua, Benny G, and Lanu. And really the backbone is Johnny Leilua, Benny G, and Nate. And I really appreciate Nate for his help and for the senior players. I couldn't have done it without you guys, so really, really appreciate that. I'd like to thank all the people who come to watch the game. And yeah, I love the sport. I love to give back to the sport. And I guess my attention now turns to the WA Raiders as we go forward now and as a whole state come together and take on the rest of the states. I invite everybody to come down and to train 20th of February, Tuesday at Curtin University. And that's our next goal. We will wear the helmets of our club, we'll wear our names of our family, and in the front of our jersey we'll play for our state. And that's something that I really look forward to, and that's our next goal. Thank you.
Great speech from Mike Honda there. And now time. The Gridiron West Trophy to be awarded.
The trophy for the 2017-18 Gridiron West Championship goes to the Rockingham Vipers.
There we go, Benny G accepting the trophy. So as we wrap up here, thanks very much, JR, for being part of the commentary team.
Thank you
Been
very
a pleasure
much.
again.
Thank you to Munya, even though he's already asleep probably. For his,
Yeah, you better be in bed by now, that's right, absolutely.
It's not a light trophy either for those of you watching on the stream.
Certainly the biggest of the three, as you pointed out before, yeah.
That trophy probably weighs as much as Gridiron West Bowl MVP Brant Honda.
So certainly a shout out to all those that got online and watched the live stream. We hope you really enjoyed it. Again, we apologise for commentary, but we hope you really enjoyed what you saw, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of you in the AGL competition, which also will be live streamed.
For those of you watching from other states, beware of the WA Raiders in both the men's and women's comps. If you've seen anything going on at Dorrien Gardens, you know you're in for a scare. High Tide Media brought you today's coverage. We just brought you the talk in between.
Yes, a big shout out to High Tide. Great job today. Fantastic. Be able to take the sport internationally. In fact, we've had people connecting from all over the world. So absolutely fantastic.
We bid farewell from Dorrien Gardens, home of the Gridiron West Finals campaign and West Bowl 23. It was West Bowl 1 for the women's today as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and 13 I think for the juniors. So there you go. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. You never know, we might get called back to help with commentary for the AGL.
I expect it, mate. I think Hollywood's gonna rampage if we don't get the gig.
Oh, absolutely.
We're the only people that are going to mention him this many times.
No, definitely. Nearing midnight over there for the boys. Oh, not so much in Queensland. Sorry, they don't have the daylight saving because it fades the curtains. And on that note, I think we'll sign off. So
I think that's the end of the commentary.
Yeah, so...
You might get some more pictures of what's going on, but